Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the cyber world. Welcome to Optimistic Gaming. We are in the middle of a Starbound Let's Play right now. I am, I guess you could say, the host. I don't know. Optimus. At least that's the name I'm going with for right now, since this is still very new. When we ended the last video, which was like 20 seconds ago, we had just got done with the glitch village, and I'm kind of still exploring. This is as much as it doesn't look like it, it's a desert planet with green, dry sand, so it's not even good sand. Right now we are kind of scouring the solar system right now for a Florin village, which is the plant Amazonian people trying to scan their objects so that we can continue on the quest. Ah, that is a tall cliff. Well, we'll just go down. Actually, what do we have here? And so we just kind of cleaned out an entire glitch village. I feel a little bad. I mean, we took a lot of stuff. I'm gonna pull a no-no in most of these kind of games and just go straight down. Because at this point, my goal right now is I really want tungsten. I don't know why that stopped. So I can kind of upgrade my, well, A, I want to upgrade my armor set, but B, wow, there's no caves down here. And B, something we haven't really talked about yet is the idea of upgrading your crafting stations, which is another, I feel like I keep on talking about aspects of this game I really like. There are so many very unique tropes within this game, specifically around crafting. There we go. And so you can actually upgrade, and you have to upgrade all of your crafting stations to be able to, make higher tier equipment. There's somebody down here. How interesting. It's not over. There we go. I'm gonna die. There we go. You have to upgrade your crafting stations to make higher tier anything. And the first stage of that requires tungsten. And they do that intentionally to make it to where you can't upgrade all your systems from by what you get off of the first planet. You can't get tungsten on that first planet of ours. So you have to go to another planet in order to get your gear. I didn't start a clock. There we go. So therefore, you have to get off your first planet to be able to upgrade anything, and they really set the system up well to where you're not really allowed to advance too far without doing some stuff, without kind of upgrading yourself. Like, there is some, like, it's not holding your hand in a way. I actually kind of like the way they do it. Because you can get farther than you're supposed to be, per se, without the right gear. But you have to at least upgrade something before you can move on, basically. The biggest thing is, we mentioned earlier, those EPPs. That's the key, really, to moving on. You cannot go anywhere until you've upgraded your EPP, which you get by you get the EPP from the anvil, I think. Yeah, and then you have to upgrade your anvil to get higher tier of that. But other than that, you can really do just whatever the heck you want to. Oh, there's bandits down there. Well, let's... Oh, I've never used throwing daggers before. Let's... Obviously not that good at using throwing daggers. I feel like those aren't working. Oh, maybe look better than I thought they did. There we go. So, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of the point of this channel, though, in a way, like, I don't really feel bad about, like, oh, I keep on, you know, I'm saying so many nice things about this game. Like, that's kind of the point. I guess this might be a really, I think I mentioned it the first episode, but this might be a really good time to kind of talk about the purpose of what's going on here. That's kind of the point of optimistic gaming. I want to play games that I have, like, nothing bad to say. I mean, I'm sure I have bad things I could say about this game. No game is perfect, right? Not even, like, Breath of the Wild was perfect, and I played the crap out of that game. Terraria. You know, few games have ever held me like Terraria has, right? I'm finally bored of it for the first time in a long time. I'm sure give it like a year and I'll want to invest another 500 hours in it. But like few games have ever held me like Terraria has. I have over 1,000 hours in that game alone. Diablo 3, all the classics, Final Fantasies. You know, I've invested thousands upon thousands of hours in these games. I wouldn't even say they're perfect. So it's not about, you know, toting any game as perfect. It's about playing games with nothing bad to say about them. Even if like it's to the point where I'm gonna try and be optimistic, like my friends call me a disgusting optimist. I'm optimistic about everything, right? That's kind of what birthed this idea. It's playing games that no matter what, I'm gonna say nice things about it. These fossils, I just figured out what to do with these things. Probably never be back here specifically, but I just figured out what to do with those things. And later, I will come back and find a way to excavate those. Apparently you can, like, excavate those as actual fossils and, like, put them on display and stuff like this. And I tried that in my testing videos for this series. And it didn't work at all. I can't even say it kinda didn't work. I could not figure it out. I think it took me 2 videos to even realize that those were in fact what I was looking for in finding fossils, and then another 2 videos to realize that I just wasn't getting it. So eventually I will figure out what to do with the fossils, or how. I know what to do per se. You use the brushes and you excavate them, and I've kind of figured out the mechanic behind it. It's something about, like, I think you're trying to uncover as much as you can without breaking the fossil, right? Well, I failed rather wonderfully at doing that, but I think I did better my second time around. I only had 2 chances in those videos, and my second time around I think I did better, but I definitely didn't get it. So the fossils is still a learning curve for me, and that's kind of why, I think I mentioned this before too, but that's kind of why I chose this series, or this game to start this endeavor on. It's a game that, like, I have played a lot of. At this point I think I have almost 200 hours in this game, but the problem with most of that is most of those hours are invested with this game back in, like, the alpha and beta. It's still got those clocked in because it's still the same game, same app. And this game is so much more to it than it had back in those days. And I haven't touched it near as much since those days, and so there's still a lot about this game I'm learning. And even stuff, they're still adding stuff. Like, they just added mechs, like space mechs, a short while ago, so you could do stuff in space. And I'm still learning how to do stuff in space. I'm having a really hard time upgrading my mech. But that's kind of why I chose this. Is like I'm okay at playing it. It's like I'm not great at playing it, but I'm okay at the game. But I don't know the game that well either. I'm still learning things about it, and I've been really enjoying this a lot. Like I mentioned earlier, like me and my friends have all been playing this for a couple weeks now. That's why I did so well. Like I knew the Erchius facility so well earlier, because thanks to playing it with my friends, I've had to do it quite a few times over the past few weeks, couple weeks, something like that, in order to actually, I don't know, get everybody through it. Because we would start a game with one person hosting, and the next time we played, somebody else would decide, I'll host it, and we all jump in, and then we would realize, oh crap, you're hosting, which means we're in your universe, not our universe, and none of us have the quests done. We have to go do it again, and somebody else would join later, and they wouldn't have it unlocked, so we'd go do it with them. We finally have one person hosting always. It's my friend Xander. It's always hosting now, because he's like the common factor. He's always playing with us, even though I'm the one always pushing to play. But he's like always in the group. Like I really won't play without him. And him and his little brother play as well, so I had him start hosting. Just worked a lot better. Ooh! I'm so used to like marking my path when I'm walking down here because I'm used to playing in survival. And in casual play, I can beam up to my ship at any point in time. No matter where I am, I could be drowning in lava and actually beam up to my ship and be fine. In survival, you can't. In survival, you have to be on the surface and you have to be exposed to open air. So you can't beam up from inside of a building. If you're in a shallow cave that you can still break a wall and like see air, and so you're still on the surface technically, you have to actually break through the wall and be exposed to the air in order to travel out. And so if you're in survival play, you have to backtrack back to the surface before you can beam back to your ship. Oh my goodness. Which really sucks, because then if you do that and I had died or something, you also lose all of your items in survival mode. Which means if you die, you have to be able to find your way back. And that's why, the other reason why, I leave torches. A, so I can find my way back, and B, so that when I inevitably die, I know where I'm going to get back to where I died. So that's why I do it. I'm so used to that. Otherwise, like I used to when I just did casual play only, I would never mark where I was going because I would just go into a random cave and then just teleport out. See, this is why I like this control thing. I know how far of a drop it is. Am I a female? I think I am. Not intentional, but I mean, oh well. I'm a female on half my heroes in Diablo, so. I just now made the connection that, like, that doesn't sound like a dude, like, getting hurt. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm a female. Cool. Alright, I think we're getting close to being at least a passable state. Also getting close to being able to upgrade my ship for the first time, which is another thing I like to do. So there are many small little mechanics in this game as well, and I'm thinking I thought about it really fast when I was talking about the ship. With your spaceship, you can upgrade the size, which when you're somebody like me who more often than not I feel like I have been building oh, he's a poison. It's gonna be really under effective against him. Lately I've been doing a lot of building my base within my ship. So upgrading the size of your ship is really cool to me. So that's one of the things you can do, but you can also, and this is something I've just recently really learned about and started doing much of, is upgrading your crew. Not like as in getting strong, but actually getting a crew. Whoa, what are those? What are those? Oh, whoa, they drop, what? That's so cool. They drop water when they die. See, I'm still learning new things about this game. I've never seen those guys before. Alright. Pickaxes. There's still pickaxes in this game, and they are actually Very helpful. But anyways, yeah. So you can get a crew, and they have different roles. So there's like a combat medic, which will heal you, obviously, in the middle of battle. My favorite is the tailor. They don't actually go into battle. They stay on your ship. But they can make it so that all of your crew is wearing whatever you're wearing. So in my late game guy, I have like super awesome like fire armor with these big extravagant wings. Oh, I died. Well, I guess I'm going back to my ship. And so I can make them all wear that. There's the actual combatants. Well, the thing I didn't know that my friend told me about, which I kind of felt a little dumb, because it makes total sense that this is a thing you can do. I just always did it the harder way, apparently. Is there's two ways to upgrade the size of your ship. You either pay a black market guy for a fake license, which is what I usually do, or you just get enough crew to where you warrant needing a bigger ship, and then you can get the upgrade for free. I had no clue. So I think, how much time do I have left for this episode? And this will be, we got 12 minutes. How many pixels do I have? Alright, I think we're going to do the quick way for the first upgrade. I think for the second upgrade, we're going to actually, I've never done it that way of upgrading your, like getting more crew. So I think for the second time we do the ship, we're going to go for it and actually get crew members. Usually, oh yeah, we sell legal goods at Penguin Bay. This guy looks totally legit, right? So I can buy a fake Sparrow license. This lets you permanently upgrade your ship into a bigger Sparrow Corvette. But I need 10,000 pixels. They get really expensive. So I just start selling stuff. I might not be able to get enough, actually. If I sell my health augment, I can. I didn't want to. I'll sell it. There we go. That'll get me enough money. Oh, I can sell a piano as well, and a harmonica. They sell for good as well. 3,000. They sell for 600. So, okay, they sell for 20%. So there I have 12,000 now. Almost 13,000. Whoa, what are you? Cool. I like him. Fake Sparrow license. Two upgrade. Oh no, I don't have any upgrade modules. I haven't found any. Well, I guess never mind. I'm not going to upgrade my ship yet. You know, like the manipulator and the tech cards and all that. You need a manipulator mod or an upgrade module. You always need a specific material to upgrade. I guess I don't have any. I didn't realize I didn't have any. So I guess we're gonna wait. Okay, so I have enough. Here's something we can do. I feel bad now. I got it all hyped up. So we're gonna talk to this guy again and do the tech obstacle courses. And the first one is the dash technique, I think, which is by far the hardest. So we have a dash technique now. So you notice I can't just walk through these places. You have to dash through. At least once, usually, to make it through in time. Oh yeah. There we go. There we go. I suck at this part. Let's see if I can do it. I've had a lot of practice lately. Those are like cold beams. If you get caught in them, like, you basically have to just restart the whole thing. Because these are on timers. That's what this is. As I step off of it, like... There we go. You see those start to, like, go out. And the door will close. Alright. Oh, I thought I didn't time that one right. Okay. Oh, I think I'm actually going to do it. I did it! This is the first time I've ever done that in one run. That's by far the hardest of all of them. I smell food in my house. My roommates must be cooking food. This is like ramen noodles. We're poor people. Alright, so I think we're going to do as many as we can here. So now, I go back to him and I will permanently have the dash technique. Yeah. So now, silver bars. I think I have enough of those as well. Do I have enough gold as well? Oh, not quite. Darn. Alright, so we're going to get the next one. This is the double jump. This will be the most immediately helpful one. The last one, I guess I don't really need, but it's the one I want the most, because it'll get me to some... It's got the most, I think, utility for getting to, like, secret areas and stuff. This is, and it's the most unique as well. All these kind of games have the dash and the double jump. The Samus ball. Well, only Metroid ever had the Samus ball. There we go. Like I said, that one's super easy, and the ball is even easier than that, I think. But I don't have enough for that yet. You have to have 10 gold. Wait, I can buy gold, though. Another great mechanic that they put in this game. The further in the game you get, the more ores you can... I think it's the further you upgrade your furnace to be able to smelt ores, the more of them you can also buy. So I can actually buy my final gold bar. There we go. And we're going to help him test out his final obstacle course, the Samus Ball. I love this utility, and one of its upgrades is my favorite upgrade. It wasn't for the longest time, but lately I've really come to like it. You get it? Like, look at that! That is totally, like, that's ripped right from Metroid. Coming from somebody who's literally never played Metroid in his life, I recognize that it's ripped right from Metroid. There'll be some people who would be sad by that statement. I've never played Metroid. Never had them. These, I like this. You go downhill, you roll faster. It just makes sense, right? Whee! That's it. Like I said, that's definitely the easiest of all of them. I hope I have enough upgrade modules, or tech cards. I get them all confused. Manipulator module, tech card, upgrade component. I think is what they're all. It's the name of the three of them. All right. Do I have enough? I only have 6. I need 8. Darn it! I want this one. It'll let me climb up walls. Alright, so my clock says I got about 5 minutes left. I started a little bit late, so I actually don't know how accurate it is. I started at what felt like a few minutes late, and so I set it for like 25 minutes instead of like the 28, 29 I usually set it for. So we'll see if it made any difference at all. Or, I don't even know what I'm saying there right now. We'll see if I get close to time is what I meant to say. I need glass now. That's why I grabbed all that sand. Because by far, sand is best for making glass. I'd say no question about it. It can be used for making, like, certain materials for crafting. Or for not crafting, for building. But ultimately, not that important for those things. The EPP, this is what I was talking about earlier. This is awesome. And so with this, I think we're going to go to we're going to do one last thing before we kind of call it quits for the day. I don't think I'm going to be able to pull off getting that other that upgrade. I really wanted to get that upgrade before we left today, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get it before we're done here. All right, I want to... where do I want to go? Nope. Okay, so what we're going to do for our last little bit for the day is go to a moon, because I can now. And you are going to see the interesting things about these moons, because it seems really simple, right? Oh, you just go to the moon and mine for fuel, right? There's something special about this, about mining for these materials. This is it. It's right on the surface, actually. It's kind of cool. These are Erchius crystals, and you can go down and get Erchius liquid fuel as well. Spooked is my buff right now, though. Debuff, really. So when I get this, my little helper is going to say something to me. entities attracted by the Erchius. So, that's the shtick of getting fuel. There is a monster, really. I shouldn't even say monsters. A monster that hunts. Oh, he's right there, too. Oh, that sucks. I fell right on top of him. I don't know what his name is, but he's obviously really slow, right? The more fuel you have on your person, the faster he chases you. And that's, I didn't realize until recently when I did my most recent survival playthrough, which I hadn't done for a long time. It becomes very interesting to face this guy when you're not playing casually and you can't just gradually or easily just teleport out of wherever the heck you want to teleport out of. You know, you're stuck, you have to actually backtrack out in survival mode. That's difficult, and that's also why I always get that water upgrade for my manipulator modulator. Wow, I can't talk. My matter manipulator, I get the liquid upgrade so I can do this very quickly. I think my pickaxe is about to break. And see, at this point, like, you can't even see him anymore because he's so far behind me. He's going so slow, but the more of this I get, eventually he is going to catch up, and the point of it is it just limits how much time you spend here. It's really meant for stuff like the survival game, or the survival playthroughs, because at this point, if I was this far down, I would have to find out how am I going to get back up to the surface without, oh wow, see, he's already caught up to me. I've always wondered, I need to look, is he taking... No, he's not actually taking my fuel. I was looking like those little bubbles that come off of you. Like, I think more of them come off of me the more you have and the faster he travels. But I was curious if he actually was taking fuel from you or if it was just aesthetic. It's just aesthetic. It's not actually taking fuel from you. Ooh. Oh, I thought I just took damage. I'm like, I didn't think you could take damage on the moon. And it's not a huge deal if he gets you, because of the fact that, once again, I'm on casual play, right? I don't drop anything. But if you're playing survival, it's an actual death if he kills you, which means you also drop everything, including your fuel. So all the time you spent down here collecting fuel, and then you're like, oh crap, I'm not going to be able to get it back, or, you know, I'm not going to be able to get out of here. Well, then also, everything you just spent all that time mining, you're going to lose as well. Oh, he got me. I was kind of going to let him on that one. I only lose 10% of my pixels on death. And I got a lot of fuel for that. And so now I am able to travel. Put that in my fuel. And at this point, it'll cost 100 fuel. We're not going to go anywhere at this point, but if I wanted to travel to this gentle star, it will cost 100 fuel. I have 700 some fuel. So I think that's going to be it for this playthrough. I think this will be it for my session for the day. I think I'll have to start a new session in a few days. I don't know how often I'm going to upload these yet. I'm planning for right now of uploading these about every 3 or 4 days, one video. And that'll mean I don't have to do like, I don't have to like pull a Game Grumps where I do like a week session at a time and do like 7 sessions. It'd be like, for right now, that'd be like a 3.5 hour deal. Not that committed yet. So I think I'm going to try and put these out about every 3 to 4 days, and that'll give me, be able to do 4 or 5 sessions at a time, 2.5 hours of recording time, and that'll give me a couple weeks of material, so I can do this a couple times a month for now, and then if it starts picking up, I can start actually doing more, getting more, which will be fun. I'll enjoy that. So if you're watching this, once again, I can't thank you enough. This is my first time ever doing something like this, and anybody, if there's, I don't think there'll be anybody who's watched all of these this early in, but, you know, you might get tired of hearing me saying that if you are, but I really don't expect much to come out of this right away. I really feel like this might be just one of those deals where I do it for myself. I get a couple views on each video, but it just gives me the experience to know what did I do right, what did I do wrong, what did I like about this. But if you're watching this, I can't thank you enough. I guess I should say, you know, subscribe, like the video, comment. At this early stage, I promise you I'll comment back. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I really don't. Anybody who has done this stuff before will probably tell I don't know what I'm doing yet. But I'm loving this, and every view I get on this channel is gonna be very, very fulfilling to me. If this thing hits 10 views, you know, I'll be fascinated. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you, ladies and gentlemen of the cyber world, in the next video.